Hey you wonderful people, Jordan here, and what you're seeing on your screen is Titan Souls. It's a game developed by a three-man development team by the name of Acidnerve. One guy worked on, the coding and gameplay and all that stuff. One guy did all the music, and another guy did all the artwork. So, Titan Souls. I'll be upfront about this. I tried recording this video once before with this file right here, and I lost all of that. I just lost all that footage. So I'm just gonna erase this file and start anew. So I'm going into hard mode here. I already beat the game once on the normal difficulty, and once you do that, you unlock hard mode, iron mode, no rolls mode, and well, this is just enable cross save. Yeah, you unlock these three things: hard mode, iron mode, and no rolls mode. Hard mode, the real challenge, is basically the same game except all the bosses are way harder. Iron mode, you only get one life, so it's YOLO mode. And of course, no rolls. You cannot roll or run. Out of these three things, you can enable two at once. So you can have hard mode plus iron mode, hard mode plus... Oh, you can't do hard mode and no roll. But you can do YOLO and no rolls. So I guess it'd just be way too difficult if you can't roll in hard mode. But anyway, let's start hard mode and I'll explain what the game is. That sounds good. So this is the main character. It's just like a young person. So it's a young person, a bow, and an arrow. Those are the three main things you need to remember. Now this game is so beautiful. It's really nice to look at. Just the pixel art is really nice, and the music is fantastic. So going up here, we're going to go through a short tutorial. There's not much to the game, so it says press square. That's to shoot your bow and arrow. And as you can see, I can't climb this thing to get my arrow, but if you hold down the shoot button again, you can call your arrow back via the force or whatever you want to call it, telekinesis, something like that. So hitting that crystal opened up this eye here that you have to shoot. Yeah, open up the door. Now here's telling you how to, roll. Just hit X, cross, whatever you want to call it, and as you're holding it down, you start running. So those are the general controls of this game. Those are the only things you need to know to play this game, really. This right here is a save point. Save/respawn point. So whenever you die, you just end up right back here. Whenever you start the game anew, you end up at the last save point you touched. So right here is the first boss room. Let's go in here and take a look, shall we? I haven't beaten this game on hard mode yet. In the last video I tried recording for this, I only beat these first 4 bosses. So I don't know if anything else is different about the game. So I'll just tell you what I know so far. These first 4 bosses, they're essentially the same as compared to normal mode, except there are slight variations. Like some of the bosses are faster, others have more multiples on themselves. It's just basically the same 4 fights, except more difficult. So let's start this fight. So here, I'm fighting a giant green slime that has a heart in the middle of it. And every time I shoot my arrow at it, it's going to divide into smaller slimes. And as I divide them more and more, they're going to come after me. And if they touch me, I die immediately. That's one of the things about this game. Everything can kill you in one hit. So you have to be very careful and strategic about what you do. So see, it's quickly becoming a not great situation for me. Gotta maneuver around these guys, lure them away, and keep shooting at the heart. And, oh, I missed. Oof, oof, oof. That was close. Oh no. Oh, no, I got killed. Yeah, it's that easy to get killed in this game. So let's try again. Okay, and shoot. Oops, totally missed. So I like to describe this game, and I'm sure many people like to describe this game as a 2D version of Shadow of the Colossus mixed with like Demon or Dark Souls. So Shadow of the Colossus mixed with a Souls game, which is attributed to the fact that it's all boss fights. Oh, gosh. Oh no. So close again. It's attributed to that the game is nothing but boss fights, a la Shadow of the Colossus, and everything can kill you easily. You have to be very strategic about what you do, a la the Souls games, the Souls series. But yeah, that's all mashed up into a pixel art game, 2D pixel art game, which I like to refer to this game as a precision shooter, because it's definitely not a platformer. It's an adventure game of sorts, but everything is really dependent on how well you shoot, how well you can aim. Woo! Because if you're not good at that, well, you're gonna have a difficult time with this game. Oh no! Oh no! I totally forgot about that giant slime over there. But yeah, but this is the general loop of the game. You go into a boss room, you fight the boss, and if you die, you try again. If you win, you move on. So hopefully I can kill this boss, and I can show you what that looks like. Whoa. Where'd my arrow go? Gotta pay attention. Darn it. Whew. Oh no. I rolled right into the wall, and that stuns you for a few seconds. Well, for like a second. So all your movements have to be extremely deliberate. Well, not so much in this fight, but your moves have to be more and more deliberate the further you are into the game. For some of the bosses, it's absolutely essential that you know exactly where you're moving at what time. Okay. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Ooh, I just barely missed. Oh, I didn't think that small slime would reach me. Anyway, like, this game is fun. I'm not gonna lie, this game is fun. Like, it's one of those games that it's frustrating, but it's hard to not want to keep going. You know, like, whew, just because the feeling of satisfaction that you get once you defeat a boss after however many tries. Like, I think I'm about to go on my 10th try. You know, it just feels so nice. Like, once you finally defeat a boss, you're like, yeah, you know, you win finally. And then, like, you get treated with this nice little scene where the soul of the, I guess, Titan, you can say, goes into the character's body, the young lad's body. Oh, I was hoping while we're tracking the arrow, I would nail the heart, but I just missed it slightly. Okay, let's do this again. When I beat the game the first time, in the last area, like once you beat the game, it just starts you right back in that last area, which leads me to believe that I did not kill all the bosses, all the Titans. After all, it took me, 173 deaths. Oh, darn it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. I died 173 times. I beat the game in... How did I miss from that close? Oh, I'm the worst. Woo. Oh, roll. Okay. Oh my gosh. This is getting... There we go. So once you nail the weak point of the boss, it dies immediately. And the next thing you have to do is retrieve your arrow. So you just hold down the shoot button again. And you get your arrow back and you retrieve the soul of the Titan that goes into your body. Bloop. And that's it. I have that Titan soul. I defeated that boss. It's time to move on. So let's take a look at this other boss here. Now this boss is a cube with an eye on it. Basically the weak point is the eye, and not to try to shoot it. Oh! I kind of trapped myself just then. So my goal for finding this this cube is I have to move around enough so that it has to shoot its laser beam. And when it does that, it's vulnerable. Oh no. Oh. So when it shoots its laser beam, then it has to stay still to do that. So that's my chance to get into a better position in order to, you know, get an arrow in its eye. Boom. Got it in the eye, retrieve my arrow, and take the Titan's soul. One of the interesting things is that once you beat the boss, you get, you know, that epic scene where the soul goes into, you know, the character's body, and then it gets so quiet. The game gets really quiet right there. It's kind of interesting. One of the things that I have to say about this game is that you're not really treated to much of a story. Like I even after beating the game once, I have no idea why this main character here is even killing these Titans. I don't know. Nothing tells us, nothing answers that for us. So we just gotta like assume like maybe this is like limbo or something, and the only way I can go on to the next life is if I, you know, take the souls of these Titans. That was close. Basically, so for this fight, I'm trying to get this ice cube to roll over one of these 4 fire panels, which ignites the flame in the middle of the screen. And then I need to shoot an arrow through it so I can melt the ice around the brain and then shoot the brain. I remember like the first time I tried fighting this boss, I thought I had to have it keep hitting the fire panels so that the ice would just melt on its own. But then after a while I realized, hey, this isn't doing anything. So then I figured out, oh, I have to shoot my arrow through the fire to catch on fire, so then I can kill, then I can melt the ice. Yes, and you can divert the ice by shooting it with your arrow, throws it off course a little bit. So maybe you can save yourself a little bit by doing that. So what I need to do is have it run after me. I mean, have it chase after me right when I'm by a panel, like towards the beginning of its dash. That way, I can get around. Oh, see. Oh, that was my chance. I should have shot an arrow through the fire just then. Let's try this again. So I think right now I've racked in about maybe 30 deaths. Maybe 20-ish? I'm not sure. I've already lost count. Like, dying is a normal thing in this game, but I think that might also be kind of a problem because there's no real consequence for dying. Oh, that was a bad shot. Yeah, there's no real consequence for dying in this game. I mean, you just die and then start again, you know? Oof. I guess the only time dying would be an actual consequence is if you're playing YOLO mode, because, well, you only have one life, so if you die, that's it, game over. I'm pretty sure it'll just kick you right back to the start screen. Oh, I got killed immediately. Anyway, I think you got the idea about how to fight that boss. So actually, I'm going to switch to YOLO mode so we can take a look at that. Let's create a new file. YOLO. So now this should be YOLO mode, but also easy mode. I mean normal mode at the same time. So I guess I'll show you the same two bosses so you can see the actual difference between hard mode and normal mode. So to go through this little tutorial thing again. Let's go through that. Okay. Save point, which I don't think that's going to matter. Go through here. Let's fight that slime boss again. So, slime boss. It's mostly the same, except this time, as you can see, rather than the slime splitting into 3 different slimes, just split into 2. So that makes things way easier right off the bat. There we go. One boss down already. Bloop. Let's go over to the cube boss so you can see what that looks like. So as you can see, it's moving a lot slower than it was in hard mode. Ah. Okay. So I think the funny thing is now I'm kind of used to how it is on hard mode because it's super fast. So now I have to rethink how I can trap it. There we go. And that's the cube boss. So let's go back to the ice brain. Let's see if I can actually kill the ice brain this time. Wow, this is way slower than I remember. Now it should do the jumping. I just missed my chance to kill it. Okay, jumping. So there we go, melt the ice, turns into just the brain, then you shoot the brain. See, that time I killed the boss by retracting my arrow into it. But so you can see that, like, normal mode is ridiculously easy, and I think that might have soured my my impressions of the game initially, because just it felt entirely too easy to get to the end of the game and beat it. But it seems hard mode, you know, is really living up to its name. Like it is actually challenging, and is actually making the game like way more fun for me. So I'm probably gonna, you know, play the game to its end in a hard mode. But yeah, that's Titan Souls in a nutshell. I mean, the music's great. The artwork is very, very nice to look at. It's a fun game. It's just boss fights over and over again. Go into a room, fight, die, repeat. That's what the game is. Except if you're in YOLO mode, then you die, then you have to start all over again. And that's my dog about to bark, so I think we're done here. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. You know, find us on Facebook, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, PixelClicks Podcast. Twitter is at PixelClicksPod. We couldn't fit the cast in there. Email us, pixelclickspodcast@gmail.com. Find us on iTunes, PixelClicks Podcast. Subscribe, leave a comment, do all those social things. We love it because we love all of you. And hey, we'll see you guys next time.